So I once dated a guy who told me that weekends were for the boys. And I remember thinking, that doesn't feel right, because from Monday to Thursday, the second he finished work, he wanted to be with me. And so he was calling me, he was seeing me, he was all in. But then Friday would come and he'd disappear. There were no calls, no texts. I couldn't get through to him. Saturday, the same thing. Sunday, the same thing. And then Sunday night, he'd reappear like nothing happened, wanting to see me, wanting to be close again. And I knew that that wasn't what I wanted. I knew that that didn't feel right. And yet I stayed because part of me thought, well, at least he shows up during the week. At least he wants me sometimes. Maybe this is just how he is. And what I was really doing was choosing the connection over my standards. And that's the part that's so hard to admit. You know when you're putting up with something that isn't actually okay for you. You feel it, but then it gets twisted. You start getting told that you're overreacting, that you're asking for too much, that you're making a big deal out of nothing. And suddenly, you're not just dealing with how they're treating you, you're trying to prove that you're not crazy for noticing it, that what you want is valid, that what you're asking for is reasonable. And that's where people get stuck. Because instead of walking away, they stay and try to convince someone to meet them there. But you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to justify your standards, and you don't need to stay somewhere that doesn't feel right, no matter how attracted you are to them, no matter how good it feels sometimes, no matter how much potential you think there is. At some point, you just have to walk away, because the one thing you cannot get from someone else is your dignity. And the longer you stay in something like that, the more of it you give up.